Welcome to cSPACE Can Get What? Hello, I am Lanre Ajayi, and I'm reaching you now on channel 1973.1 DT on people, places, and events. This is My City Speaks to Me, the Calgary edition. Welcome to cSPACE Can Get What, an top innovative venue and a co-working space for Calgary to experience, explore, and spark change. From here today, I will bring you information, news, and beautiful stories about Alberta Culture Days. Culture Days is a national celebration of art and culture. At the end of each September, millions of people attend thousands of participatory art and culture events across the country. Culture Days programs invite the public to get hands-on and behind the scenes to highlight the importance of art and culture in our communities. The Culture Days organization supports a Canada-wide network of arts, culture, and heritage organizers to facilitate free events in the communities every year during the Culture Days weekend. The three-day event held during the last weekend of September includes more than 300 communities from coast to coast to increase awareness, accessibility, participation, and engagement of Canadians in the arts and cultural life of their communities. cSPACE Can Get What has a very unique story that is linked to my own story, especially in regards to My City Speaks to Me. It was some 3 years ago that I got in touch with this building, cSPACE Can Get What, during our Alberta Culture Days, and it's been fun ever since. The inspiration and the creativity behind the storytelling project that I'm doing now, called My City Speaks to Me, is born out of the experience and relationship I've had with individuals working in this beautiful building, especially from Studio C here at cSPACE. And in a little while, I'll be talking to some of the artists and tenants who are part of those making things happen in this space, and they're going to be sharing with you some of their experiences and what they do and how they've been able to impact this community, especially Calgary, with their creative geniuses. And like I do it on this show, don't move a muscle, stretch. We'll be right back with beautiful stories about cSPACE and Alberta Culture Days 2019. Hello once again, still on My City Speaks to Me, the Calgary edition, in continuation of our Alberta Culture Days here at cSPACE Can Get What. I'm here with Siri. Hello Siri.
Hi, how are you?
Tell our audience what you do and where you're from.
Hi, I'm Siri. I'm a member of the Heritage Weavers and Spinners Guild of Calgary, and we're here at Alberta Culture Days at cSPACE to show everyone what we do in the city as far as the guild is concerned. We do a lot of weaving, spinning, dyeing, felting. Guild that's been in existence for the last 40 years. And part of the reason why we're here is because we had a special 40-year project to go with our anniversary called the 40-Mile Coat.
Wow.
I'll show you all about this.
Yeah.
Follow me.
Let's go see that.
So, in this corner cubby gallery here at cSPACE, in conjunction with the Alberta Craft Council, we put together an exhibition that deals with the last year's project that we did as a guild, whole guild, multi-level. Everybody was involved, terrific teams of people that sourced materials within 40 miles of Calgary.
That's amazing.
In honor of the 40th anniversary. It just made sense.
Yeah.
So we thought, why not put together a coat that encompasses all of the various skills that are present within the guild.
Wow.
And so we started off with fleece from locally sourced sheep.
Here in Calgary?
Here in southern Alberta, within 40 miles
40
of the
miles.
railroad. Yes,
okay.
Exactly. So we ended up sourcing fleece from there. We had teams of people spin it on their spinning wheels and made miles and miles of yarns.
Yeah.
And then we handed it off to teams of weavers to weave multiple pattern designs and then we handed it off to teams of sewers to decide what kind of pattern we wanted to make, how we wanted to honor 40 years of work in the city, something that would be suitable for our climate. It's the first day of snow today, so we're happy that we have a heavy wool coat.
And it seems like a very big and good collaboration.
It absolutely is. It was one of those team building projects that we're really happy to have been able to work on, and the culmination of that is our 40-mile coat. So if you take a look at some of the boards we have over here, we have the pattern pieces that were drafted. We can see all of the drafts for the weaving structures that we did, the mock-ups that we did in muslin, explain the whole process of all the boards that we did within our studio when we were making it, final products, all of the swatches that we used, and then eventually we ended up with a coat that got put together, so it's all hand-pieced, hand-woven, hand-spun, hand-dyed, lining included, hand-carved the buttons. Everything is done by people that are members of the guild. And yes, just the amount of expertise that was involved to do this year-long project, totally worth the effort.
And that is amazing, because I'm looking at this beautiful, it's not just a coat. This is an art piece.
It absolutely is.
An art piece, and it's priceless.
It is priceless. In fact, trying to think of how many man hours were put into it and how much you would actually charge to sell this would be beyond. There's no way you could possibly recoup the cost.
It's like different parts of the community. Coming together with one piece at a time and put them together like a jigsaw puzzle, and then this beautiful art piece.
Yes, it's amazing, isn't it?
More than just a winter coat.
Well, we're hoping that we can actually tour it with other guilds in the province to show them what kind of a group project can be achieved. Often when you try to do things by committee, it doesn't necessarily work out. So the fact that everybody was willing to work to a common end for an entire year was a really major thing for us, and everybody has tremendous satisfaction now that it's over and it turned out as well as it did.
And that is what community is all about.
Absolutely.
Collaboration, inclusivity, diversity, coming together with one part here and there, and then doing something amazing.
And the best part is, when you come to the guild, everybody that's there is willing to teach everyone else. So if somebody wants to come and learn how to do this, absolutely, come on in, and they're willing to teach you how to do anything you want to learn.
Lovely. Each one, teach one to become better by the day.
That's exactly.
Thank you, Siri.
Not a problem. I'm happy to be here.
Don't go nowhere. Got more beautiful stories about our Alberta Culture Days right from cSPACE King Edward. It's going to be beautiful. Still on my city speaks to me, the Calgary edition in celebration of Alberta Culture Days here at cSPACE. I'm here at the Alberta Craft Council. I'm going to allow a beautiful lady, Jill, to talk to us about the Craft Council. Hello, Jill. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. So tell us about the Alberta Craft Council.
Well, welcome to Alberta Craft Council. This is our Calgary location, and this is Alberta Culture Days that's going on this weekend. The Alberta Craft Council next year is our 40th anniversary. We existed originally representing Alberta, but in Edmonton, so this is our second location in the beautiful cSPACE King Edward. And we have a retail side of our space, and this is the exhibition. We're currently standing in the Emerging Artist Show, so these are people in their first 5 years of their fine craft career. The Alberta Craft Council represents more than 450 members who produce fine crafts. So we represent metal, jewelry, ceramics, glass, stone, wood, fiber, traditional textiles. Right now we have the heritage weavers and spinners in the hallway showing people how to do that. We often have demos from other people and things. We had our first ever craft bus textile tour yesterday where we went around the city and looked at textiles and collections and came back here.
So tell our audience something unique about the Craft Council, the kind of works that you have on display, because we have this building, you have a lot of artists, doing all sorts of creative works from painting, fashion, textile.
Craft medium has traditionally been a medium that has not had enough
exposure,
exactly. So this is showing like things that are sculptural works that are made from clay and glass and other things, and people using new medias and new technologies in these what were traditional craft materials. Like this obviously isn't what a 1,000-year-old ceramics piece. necessarily would look like. So to explain their story and a lot of the work, what I really love about craft is you can still see the hand of the maker in it. So people can really engage with things. They recognize some things as maybe a utilitarian object, but it's in a new way or with a new glaze, or it has some other meaning to them. Yeah. So Netflix picked up a show called Blown Away, which was a half-hour series, 8 shows about glass blowing. And so Leah, who's from Alberta, was our Alberta representative on this show. If someone want to be part of the Craft Council, what is the procedure? So we're a membered organization, so anyone can have a member. We have members that are just supporters, members that are from different guilds or organizations that want to support fine craft, all the way through to our professional members who are in our retail and want to sell their work and build a career. So in the Craft Council's mandate, it is to help craftspeople build a professional career.
Lovely. Thank you very much, Jill.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Now here we are at the commercial side of the Alberta Craft Council. I can see on display different pieces from different individuals who have displayed their work, and then you can come here to buy some lovely decorations for your house, for your living room, and for your office. Let's go check out some of these beautiful works. I'm going to be talking to Corinne to talk to us more about the works here on display and what it all means. Hi Corinne, how are you?
Hi, I'm really good. So we carry about 75 to 80 artists here. They're all fine craft professionals that are making their living as a fine craft artist or trying to. And we carry fiber, glass, metal, wood, you name it. If it's a fine craft, we support it. And we have a lovely space here where you can get your Christmas gifts, you can register for events, you can do all kinds of programming with us, and we can contact artists for you if you need commission work too.
Cool. So these pieces are ready to go for sale?
Yes, absolutely, ready to go for sale. And if you see something you love and you want 20 of them, we can get that for you.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
I love fashion, I make fashion, and Natalie does something beautiful, with textile, creating beautiful, unique pieces. So let's go check out Natalie Galbra's studio and workshop. Hi Natalie.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
So tell us something about your work.
Well, I do printed textiles. I like to call it boutique textile printing because I do short runs of printed textiles. In my studio, up to 3 meters. They're great for home decor and for fashion fabrics as well. And yeah, come on in and take a look.
So let's go in and take a look. Let's start from here. So what do you have here?
I have a selection of home decor. These are all the fabrics are for soft furnishing, so you can see that I have a variety of cushions out at the moment. The fabrics are also great for drapery and linens and cushions, all sorts of things.
Okay, now one thing I want our audience to understand and to know is that these pieces are actually printed by you.
They are all hand printed here in the studio. This is my printing table right here, and we print up to 3 meters at a time, so they're really short runs,
okay,
which is ideal for working directly with clients and being able to do custom colorways and quick turnovers. So if a client likes a particular pattern, then I can print it in a certain colorway to match their home.
So you make throw pillows, purses, bags, and all other things.
Yeah, my focus is primarily home decor. So cushions, drapery, bedding. I'm just trying to think some of the other things. I also do lots of tea towels. I also provide printing as a service too. So I do printing for other clients as well.
So when it comes to like training, do you provide a sort of training for like someone who's interested in making textile design as a career?
Yeah, so I do teach workshops out of the studio. There's a variety of different ones that we teach. I have some instructors that teach surface design workshops, such as block printing and natural dyeing, indigo dyeing, and we have a variety of different Japanese painting and printing techniques that we teach as well. And then I myself teach silkscreen printing as well, and have a 4-week course that we teach where you learn the whole process from beginning to end. So creating the artwork, turning it into a repeat, and then printing yardage.
That's lovely. So how long have you been doing this as a
I-
career?
I graduated from the Alberta College of Art and Design in 2003. My focus at school was fiber and textiles. And at that point, I was doing something completely different in my studio because I didn't have access to water, and this process really needs access to water.
Yeah, a lot of water.
Yeah, so I've been focused primarily on screen printing and textiles and surface design for about the last 10 years.
Lovely. So tell us something about this space, cSPACE, since you're moving. How it has impacted your practice, your business.
I think being in a beautiful space like this sort of elevates how people see you and how they see your practice. I never really understood that saying, you know, that people take you seriously when you take yourself seriously.
Yeah.
And I feel like this building really provides that. It just elevates things a little bit.
Thank you very much, Natalie.
Pleasure. Thank
Be right
you.
back soon. Still on My City Speaks to Me, the Alberta Culture Day celebration here at the cSPACE King Edward. I'm here with Jessica. Hi, Jessica.
Hi.
So tell us the name of your studio.
Sure. So this is our studio. It's called Feast Letterpress, and here we design and handprint a range of stationery and custom work. So we use traditional printmaking equipment in a way that also blends with some modern techniques.
For the benefit of our viewers, this is a traditional way of printing, you know, using block letters and then with wood padding to do what we call embossing, you know, blind embossing, or kind of embossing, and to, you know, have this kind of effect, beautiful effect on cards.
Tactile. So the way that we actually use a blend of a sort of more modern version of letterpress. So we use what are called photopolymer plates. So they're actually a hard plastic plate that we use with old traditional equipment from the 1920s to create this, tactile sort of embossed effect in the paper. Yeah.
So apart from thank you card, wedding cards, you do all that kind of printing?
Yeah, so some of our custom projects, like we do a lot of wedding invitations, business cards, art prints, any kind of sort of premium paper goods that people are looking for. So
can you show our audience how the block letters look like?
Yeah, sure. So if you want to come over here to the press. So this is a press from the 1920s called a platen press, and still works the same that it did 100 years ago. And this is an example of a photopolymer plate that we use to print. So you can feel that it's a really hard, durable plastic.
Yeah.
And this is this sort of more modern way of printing that allows us to be very versatile, because we take a design file, turn it into a plate, and then print with it on the press, rather than being limited to, say, whatever font we have that has been etched in metal or carved in wood.
Cool.
Yeah.
So this allows you to be, you know, very unique, you know, creative, and then you can customize, you know, any kind of design, any kind of font, any kind of style for the client.
Yeah.
How long have you been working in this kind of style?
So we are, my background is as a graphic designer. I went to ACAD, but we've been doing letterpress for just over 2 years now.
So how has the experience been so far since you moved into the cSPACE?
We love cSPACE. We love the community here. It's given us great exposure. We've been able to collaborate with tenants in the building, as well as just make connections through the people that we've met since we've moved here. So yeah, we love it.
Thank you very much.
No problem, my pleasure.